New details have come to light surrounding Bayonetta 3 and negotiations between Platinum Games and Hellena Taylor, the original voice actor for Bayonetta, which ultimately led Taylor to declining to return to the role in the third game in the series, which comes out at the end of the month. It's been a huge point of controversy this week, and now additional information surrounding the dispute collected by Bloomberg has painted the whole situation in a different light. As I reported yesterday, over the weekend, Hellena Taylor posted a series of videos on Twitter stating that Platinum had only offered her a total of $4,000 to voice the entire game. She added that the offer was insulting, considering and according to her that the franchise had made over $450 million to date, a figure which has now been heavily called into question. And finally, Taylor concluded her video asking fans of the series to boycott Bayonetta 3. The first video in Taylor's Twitter thread has been seen over 9 million times, and it set off a huge wave of discourse in the games industry, with a lot of attention being brought to oftentimes underappreciated and underpaid voice actors who actually bring an incredible amount of talent and value to a game. Now, Platinum Games didn't exactly do a stand-up job of defending themselves and saying Taylor's accounts were untrue. There was only a tweet from the company's co-founder and director, Kamiya Hideki, who's known to be at the very least a bit inflammatory. The tweet, and this is maybe due to kind of a bad Google translation, only suggested that there was an attitude of untruth. Hideki later deleted his account, then eventually reactivated, making things even a little more murky after a huge wave of backlash. Not a ton of explanations from that side of the fence. This all ultimately led to a ton of fan backlash, as I said before, directed at Kamiya, but also at Platinum Games and even Jennifer Hale, who released an official response to the situation, basically saying she supports her fellow voice actors getting paid well, but the whole story wasn't hers to share due to her NDA. Now, in what feels like a pretty big twist, we are getting what seems like a bigger piece of the full story, which describes a different set of events that transpired before Taylor declined the role of Bayonetta for the third game in the franchise. According to Bloomberg's Jason Schreier, who spoke with two sources familiar with the situation and viewed related documentation, Taylor was offered a lot more than $4,000 for the entire role. In the article, Schreier explains, here's where their accounts differ. Platinum Games sought to hire Taylor for at least 5 sessions, each paying $3,000 to $4,000 for 4 hours in the studio. That would make the total for the game at least $15,000. In response, they said Taylor asked for a 6-figure sum as well as residuals on the game. Platinum declined, and following lengthy negotiations, took auditions for a new actor. Schreier added that Platinum later offered Taylor a cameo in the game for the fee of 1 session, which she turned down. When presented with this timeline of events, Hellena Taylor responded in an email to Bloomberg and described the account as an absolute lie and said Platinum was, quote, trying to save their ass and the game, unquote. Taylor added, I would like to put this whole bloody franchise behind me. Quite frankly, get on with my life in the theater. There has still been no official comment from Platinum Games or Nintendo. However, Jennifer Hale has been retweeting a number of posts corroborating and supporting the Bloomberg article, including a tweet from Axios' Stephen Totilo and VGC's Andy Robinson. Obviously, this new information raises a lot of questions and challenges the authenticity of Hellena Taylor's original videos. Many upset fans have begun questioning Bloomberg's reporting, which has led to Jason Schreier doubling down and clarifying, as I said in the story and on Twitter, I have seen written evidence of Hellena Taylor being offered at least $15,000 for her work on Bayonetta 3. So basically, now things have devolved into a debate over who's telling the truth in this dispute, completely removing the focus away from the greater discourse that was happening before around what voice actors' contributions are actually worth to a game or a project. Probably voice actors should be getting paid more and being better taken care of and appreciated a little bit more. There's probably a lot to talk about, but now with kind of these two sides of the story between the Bloomberg article and Taylor's original accounting, and kind of Jennifer Hale doing, subversive PR work for Platinum Games at this point, everything is muddied, right? Everything in this conversation is a little bit muddied, and it's taken away from like a bigger, issue in the games industry, which is unfortunate. But that's where we're at with the story today. Sorry, I know there was a lot of repeat information in today's video, but I just wanted to make sure that there was a updated version or an updated video on this channel that kind of more accurately described the situation that's going on with Bayonetta 3 and the original voice actor. So there you have it. Let me know in the comments your thoughts around the whole situation. Thank you so much for watching, and for more video game news and updates, stay tuned right here to Inside Gaming.